Hello students, today we are going to learn the difference between hormone and enzyme. Sometimes in your board examination this question is being asked. So let us know what is the main difference between the hormone and the enzyme. So the first difference of hormone and enzyme is the source. Hormone is produced by endocrine gland and enzyme is produced by exocrine gland. Now, in my previous video, I told you that what is endocrine gland? Endocrine gland means the term endocrine. The term endo means inside. Okay, so the gland which secretes inside the gland only and there is no duct. This kind of gland is known as endocrine gland. And what is exocrine gland? Exo means outer. So the secretory materials, the gland that secretes that, what materials that directly go outside because there is a duct. Okay, so the gland which doesn't have any duct, this is known as endocrine gland, and the gland which is having a duct, through this duct the secretory material comes out and comes or carried out, we can say it, this is known as exocrine gland. So hormone is produced by endocrine gland. So when the hormone is secreted inside this endocrine gland, there is no duct. That is why hormone, when secreted inside this endocrine gland, is carried by the blood, because there is no duct in endocrine gland. So the secretory materials or the hormone which is produced inside this endocrine gland directly comes out and mixed with the blood. But in case of enzyme, it doesn't happen. There is a duct, and that is why enzyme is always carried by the duct. So enzyme is carried by duct because exocrine gland secrete enzyme, which is carried by the duct because exocrine gland having duct, but endocrine gland doesn't have any duct. It is ductless gland, and hormone when secreted inside this endocrine gland is carried directly by the blood, because without duct the secretory materials inside the endocrine gland goes directly outside the gland and mixed with the blood. That is why hormones action is very fast also. Now the next difference is chemical nature. Okay, so enzyme is always proteinaceous. Enzyme is always proteinaceous by nature, but hormone can be of proteinaceous type, can be made up of peptides or polypeptides. Sometimes it is made up of amines or amino acids, sometimes by fatty acids. So there is also an important difference. This is an important difference, that enzyme is made up of protein materials, always proteinaceous. Enzyme is always proteinaceous, and hormone is made up of so many things like protein, peptide, amino acid, amines, fatty acid, and so on. Next is its mode of action. Its mode of action. Hormone's mode of action is to promote or inhibit something. Hormone's mode of action is always, it can be positive, it can be negatively inhibit or prohibit, or it can promote the physiological action. So hormone's function can be of positive, can be of negative. When the hormone is promoting some physiological action, so the action is positive. When the hormone is inhibiting some physiological action, the hormone's action then it is negative. So hormone can act in a both way. It can promote, it can inhibit any physiological action. And in case of enzyme is always act as biocatalysis. Okay, enzyme is known as biocatalysis, and it actually it act as a biocatalyzer. Okay, and that is why the another name of enzyme is biocatalyze. Next is the difference between hormone and the enzyme is the molecular weight of hormone is low and enzyme's molecular weight is high. Okay, as we all know, the proteinaceous structure is always high in its molecular weight. That is why enzymes molecular weight is very high and hormones molecular weight is low. So these are the main features of hormones and the enzyme. You can write this in your examination as a difference pattern or as its features also. Hope this video will be helpful for your board examination.